WildChild's coming into the bay at Ponce near the yacht club. There's no room to anchor. You can see we grabbed on like a mooring that we found. Ponce is awful. Like it. It's November of 2019, and the last episode the girls had just arrived in Ponce of Puerto Rico. It's a big city with good provisioning options, but we've been fairly warned that Ponce is not a cruiser-friendly place to stop. It's a big commercial port. It's also sort of a very loud music party town drunk haven. And the active captain reviews on the yacht club place it as the most unfriendly yacht club we've ever encountered. Reviews that say things like unaccommodating, an unfriendly and adamant about their rules, an unfriendly marina. The Ponce Yacht Club charges $10 a day per person just to use their dinghy dock. A place to skip, not nice people, very ignorant employees. I had a bad feeling about the place as we came in. WildChild's coming into the bay at Ponce near the yacht club. 10 to starboard and slow it down. I'm on deck trying to find a place we can drop our hook. Apparently we're allowed to anchor in here, but it seems like somebody's filled it with mooring balls. That abandoned boat looks anchored. I think we might be able to anchor up here. I'm not sure where to go. I don't really know where we're going. If in doubt, just make shit up, right? This is one of the hard parts about cruising as a sailing captain. You're constantly wandering into the unknown, into unfamiliar ports, unsure where to go. I don't know what to do. We tried anchoring a couple of times, but it's 35 feet deep in there with a very soft mud bottom. It's all crowded with private mooring balls. There's no room to swing. The only place you could possibly anchor is in the channel. It's just not a good fit, not a good feeling. So we grabbed this random mooring ball. The place is poorly organized. It's like there's nobody in charge. There's all of these wrecked boats that people wanted to save, so they dropped their own random sketchy mooring balls wherever they wanted. The currents in here swirl around, and later tonight we're gonna smack into that boat. So you can see that WildChild's arrived at Ponce, which Dario said, we could anchor inside off the yacht club, but it seems to be like a private mooring field with a lot of sketchy, kind of falling apart, crappy boats. There's no room to anchor. You can see we grabbed on like a mooring that we found. We don't know if it's anybody's. It's in pretty rough condition, really close to the neighboring boats. We grabbed onto it, and I bared down on it. It held, at 2,000 RPMs in reverse. So it'll hold for light winds, but I wouldn't trust it in anything serious. We have to stay on WildChild because we're so close to the neighboring boats. We're going to swing into them when the wind changes. We can't even go to shore here. This place is horrible and we got to get the hell out, but it's dark. The sun is setting. I don't know, there's a boardwalk and restaurants and stuff. And that's the most unfriendly marina rating on Navionics I've ever seen. So I kind of want to go see the most unfriendly marina. But I don't know if I'd trust to leave WildChild here on this mooring unattended. I think in the morning we just might motor out to that island and just anchor off the island. I trust my anchor more than I trust these moorings. We'll see. The next few hours don't go so well. Elena just wants to cook dinner, relax, and go to bed, but I'm up on deck, a nervous wreck. I'm watching WildChild move around, swing past other moorings, have moorings pass under her keel, and bump into other boats. This isn't safe. There's a storm moving in, and there's no way I'm gonna sleep comfortably. We gotta go, even though it's dark. Around 9 p.m. I make the decision. Fuck it, we're leaving. Well, I don't know if you noticed, but it's kind of nighttime and Elena's at the helm and the girls are in the cockpit. Ponce is awful. Like, This says like, oh, it's a good anchorage with good holding. It's not. It's terrible. It is 30 feet deep with very soft mud, and so you need to put out 150 or 200 feet of chain. And there's mooring balls everywhere with dilapidated old crappy boats. Basically, we grabbed a mooring ball, we were banging into the guy beside us, wrapping around another mooring ball. It was just music. The music from town was very loud. The anchorage is very crowded. It was just completely unsafe, and there's no way I was going to be able to sleep with that. Like, I would have had to stay awake all night watching the boat. We kept having to pass the mooring ball we were crossing over top of. We kept having to pass it around the nose of the boat by boat hooks so it didn't go under and wrap on the keel. We're now anchored out at some beachy island about a mile away from Ponce. It's like a local favorite swimming spot. But we're in, 15 feet of beautiful sandy bottom. There's no boats around. We're clear. We set our hook. We trust our anchor. We trust our chain. There's nobody to bump into. It's just a lot safer. It is a very difficult decision to make after sunset to leave. I don't even want to say anchorage. Leave a crappy mooring field. But sometimes, you gotta make the right decision, even if it's a hard decision. That's really what sailing's about. So we just wasted an hour coming out here, but now we get to sleep. The ocean's really calm, so it should be alright. Weirdly, the winds are what direction is that? From the north. Yeah, there's north winds coming off the mainland in front of us. So the ocean can't possibly get that wavy if we're, the lee shore, but the island is only going to provide limited protection. Anybody want to trade places with me? I'll live your safe and comfortable life, and you can come out and live my adventurous, difficult life. No? Didn't think so. We wake up the next morning safely anchored off Isla de Ratons. We have spectacular views of Puerto Rico, and we get to watch the storms rolling over the mountains in the distance. We spend the morning sitting on deck, enjoying Mother Nature's show. Later the next day, we do go over in the dinghy to explore the island. We do a little snorkeling, we hike around, and we go on a hunt looking for lizards. I find a few. Remarkably, I don't have any video footage of this. I am beginning to learn that sometimes you just have to let life be good. With Elena's bipolar, sometimes she lets it be good, and sometimes she makes it bad. But today, she's allowing life to be good again. Weather the storm, people. Wait for it to pass.